I mean, we could follow Ghost Zora. Or, you know, we could not. Because following Ghost Zora's is weird, but that being said, she did say she'd give us something. So might as well follow her. Fancy rocks, turning invisible and everything, leading to a crawl space. Because you can't have Legend of Zelda games without crawl spaces for some reason, I don't know. Now I will speak. I am deeply grateful for you aiding my son in his time of need. You were right to bring him here. Kakariko Village is a sacred place for the Zora people. It is where we take our eternal rest. My husband in life, King Zora. Because, you know, we couldn't have given him a name. He's King Zora. Also rest his spirit here. Also, did it just become, like, not nighttime right now? It is no coincidence that my son found his salvation in this place. That which I had promised you is within this grave. During his lifetime, my husband created garments specifically for the chosen hero. Garments that house the abilities of the Zora. Da-da-da-da! It's mine now. No takebacks. You got the Zora armor. The special garment was handed down through the Zora royal family. If you have it equipped, you can move freely through the water, but you will be more vulnerable to fire and ice attacks. And from what I understand, that actually stacks on top of the hero mode. So, if you wanted like really, really hero mode, you could just put on the Zora armor, and anytime you deal with fire or ice attacks, you take like massive, super massive amounts of damage. Now, at last, I can join the king in slumber. And yet my son, he still knows nothing of my death. If you see him again, please pass on this message. Tell him he must not grieve his mother's passing. Tell him she wanted him to be brave and live on as the king of our people. And tell him his mother loves him without end. Tell him nothing. Well, it's a good thing you found all of your friends and picked up that nifty Zora armor. But aren't you forgetting something kind of important? That last few shadow. Remember what Pharaon the Light Spirit said? He said you would need the few shadows to defeat the Dark Overlord Zant and save the world. So even if you go back now with all the people you saved, the whole tragedy would just repeat itself. So let's go get it. We need to go to the temple on the lakebed of Lake Hylia. So yeah, this stuff is pretty cool. Looks like we have to go here to change armors. You got a thing in your nose now. So anyway, this is the Zora armor. It's pretty cool stuff. Not only does it allow us to breathe underwater, but it allows us to actually free swim underwater. You know, so it's a cool covery thing for his face. So this whole thing, it's really cool. I really like the Zora armor. And I like that it's much better than it, like Ocarina of Time Zora armor kind of crap. Which was not only annoying in the original Ocarina of Time, which they fixed in the HD remake, but it's also just kind of like, all it did was gave you breathe underwaterness. It didn't actually make it didn't give you any like special swimming abilities like this does. Which, mind you, swimming I don't think is a fancy ability as it is, but that being said, it's cooler than just being able to only either put on the iron boots and sink to the bottom, or take them off and go back up. Kind of neat. Anyway, I think there's a treasure chest here. I don't know what's in it. It's probably just like rupees or something kind of low level. But yeah, if we're gonna get, like, attacked by anything fire-based, like those fire arrows, we've got to be super careful to not be wearing this, or we just take massive damage and die. Also, the path to the basement is now covered by sheet metal. Just rob some more graves while we're here. So, we can go straight to the Lakebed Temple. However, I think we are blocked. Voice crack, do you hear that? I think we are somewhat blocked by a certain item we don't have yet. Which conveniently we can go ahead and buy. I think Barnes sent us an, I was going to say email. They don't have emails. Barnes sent us a letter saying that he's got a new product for sale. Hey, I've been waiting on you. Take a peek at this. I finished my water bombs. These little fellas are so advanced you can use them in the water. Oh, they'll come in handy guaranteed. You gonna buy some? Alright, now take a look gander at Mr. Barnes' bombs. We get 5 of them. These bombs work underwater. Sell them in sets of 5. Looks like your bomb bag has some sort of other bomb in it. Head to the counter next to this one to use our buyback program. You got any bombs you ain't gonna use, we'll take them off your hands. Okay? Puts on a face mask. A very good day to you, sir. Welcome to the incredibly fancy bomb buyback counter. Mercy me, what do we have here? It appears you have some bombs. Allow me a moment's peek into that bag. Now, bombs, huh? If you're mine to sell those, I'll buy 8 bombs for 12 rupees. He buys them, like, at a super bad price. But I do need to empty that bag. So I'll take some rupees over no rupees. Stupid buyback counter. Alright. Man, that is a lot of rupees, but we do need them. You know, and just for safety's sake, let's buy 5 more. Alright. I do not want to buy any more of those if I can help it. I think there's a way to get another bomb bag. I don't remember how right off. But we are going to take advantage of my new bombs to go ahead and do a little bit more exploring. So, one thing I remember was I think there was a rock at the bottom of the fountain over here that I couldn't do anything with because our bombs didn't work underwater. Well, now they do. Oh, also as a side note, these kind of bombs can also just be used for bomb arrows, though obviously they're more expensive. So you generally don't do that. Anyway, let's take a look. It's so much easier when you got this armor as well, just to do, you know, exploring and stuff. Alright, so we can't actually use them until we weigh ourselves down. But once we do, pull out the bombs. I hope that's close enough. I'm a little... Ow! It was close enough. And despite that damage we took, it was definitely worth it. Why don't we get any health being underwater here? I mean, it is the fountain. Oh well. Maybe it's some kind of like game code thing. They couldn't make it both heal you and be underwater at the same time. I have no idea. There's also some rocks in the grave over there, so we're gonna go check that out real quick. Ayo. Big money. That's why you kill them. Also, there's bees here. They will get mad at me if I mess with their hive. So we will not be doing such things as those. Though obviously a method to get back some health if I really feel so inclined. They definitely make it worth your while to do these. I love how slowly he just floats that way. Oh, I remember this. Underwater swimming passage. Which conveniently takes you straight to Lake Hylia. Actually right under the waterfall. Isn't that cool? That's really cool. Which explains why Kakariko Village would be the final resting ground for the Zoras, doesn't it? Because otherwise they'd have to take quite a long trip to get there, but if they've got, you know, some spooky underwater passage, then that's easy. Anyway, we're going to keep taking looks around. You might have noticed there was a different fish there. I saw it too. Lots of cool fish you can catch in Lake Hylia. Let's see, I'm trying to think of other things. There's the temple down that way. But there's also other treasures we can grab if I can remember where they are, figure out where they are. Hey there. There we go. Found one of them. Dang it, a stamp. I thought that was going to be something cool. I'm pretty sure that used to be rupees. You know, it's kind of making me sad, because I'm realizing now that this game came out in 2006. That's 10 years ago from time of recording, if you're watching this in the future. I talked so much about how much I love this area in the game. And to be frank, it's a little underwhelming now. I don't know, maybe it's because I was younger and I've got rose-tinted glasses about the whole thing. But it could also be something as easily as what looked amazing on hardware before now looks less than amazing, I guess. I don't want to say bad, but Lake Hylia just doesn't. I mean, it doesn't feel quite as special anymore. Of course, I guess you could say the same thing about Ocarina of Time's Lake Hylia, because that was a cool place too. Until you go back now and you find out that the whole thing's kind of just like a big area and there's not a lot in it. I don't know. Honestly, you know what it really feels like? It feels like, I mean, just kind of like what happened, but it feels like someone just took a big area and filled it with water. And there's not a lot going on in it, mostly because it's underwater. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. I think these launch you back up, yep. But you can use iron boots to expedite the process of going down. Sir, you wear the garb of the hero in my people's legends. Are you perhaps... Well met. I, dear hero, am a maker of bombs. Pardon me for asking, have you heard of water bombs? They are very dangerous indeed, but you should be able to master them. I'm quite sure you would find them quite useful. How would you like to buy some of my handmade water bombs for 90 rupees? Oh god, no, please. Is that so? Well, let me know if and when you have a need of a bomb that explodes underwater. So yeah, if you're willing to pay a premium, you can get water bombs like right here where you need them. Because you actually need some to get in there, I think. They do pay you for all these explosions, though. I think I had like 100 something before I started all this, if I remember correctly. Maybe 200 something, but I don't know. You still get paid pretty well for all this. Just try not to waste any, because they are kind of expensive. What is this? Oh, those are barnacles. Do barnacles grow in, grow in lakes? I thought that was just kind of like a sea thing. Anyway, we're going to blow this up. It's going to increase the bubbles. And we will then be able to do a very simple puzzle of throwing this into the bubbles, which will rise it up to the height of the rock, blowing up the rock. Not a very difficult puzzle, mind you, but, you know, Legend of Zelda puzzles. I don't know, something. I want to talk to this guy. The temple inside is nothing but a nest of darkness now. You must not enter. Did you really do it? Well, too bad. I'm entering it anyway. Stop me if you can, fish man. So we're not going to go very far into this, but just a little bit. This is really such a cool temple. Oh, hey there. Come on, I'm trying to do a spin attack. You actually have to fight him without locking on, that's his thing. So you can do the horizontal strike. I just like it, because that's the thing, is the water temple in Ocarina of Time, just for, you know, lack of a better explanation, was a temple that had a lot of water in it. But I don't know if I would go as far as to say that the temple was based entirely around water. I did not mean to do that. I think that Zora armor was the right idea, huh? It's a lot of work getting that armor and getting here, so you better do whatever it takes to get the fused shadow. But as I stated, I don't know if I would go as far as to say that... Oh, hi. Are you gonna zap me? Yes, you are. Thank you. That hurt a lot. I don't know if I would go as far as to say that it was based around water. Or it was... like, water was the central theme. I would say that water was a theme, if that makes sense. And that's a really weird concept. But... You are in water for a massive portion of this dungeon. And there's water puzzles and all sorts of things, whereas Ocarina of Time Water Temple had water in it. I don't know. Maybe not the best of explanation. Oh man, there's a Choo-Jolly here. Any others, or just this one? Just purple ones. I hesitate to do this, but I do realize this is the only way I'm going to get any health back in this dungeon. So we are going to take our chances with a purple one. We also have a fairy as well if we really need some health. Like if this just doesn't work. But I think we'll be okay. Got some more water bombs. They're actually kind of important to go through this dungeon, so they're going to be pretty nice and give us some. And got some arrows, which I think we're going to need as well. We have to make some bomb arrows. So we're not actually going to have a choice in some of the matter here. Oh, another red one. This is probably going to hurt me. Ah, good, it didn't. Okay, cool. Let's get that red one. There we go. 8 hearts right there. That'll be helpful. Just dive right onto the rock. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it off for today, though. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. We did a lot of stuff today. And next time, we will go through and probably complete the water temple. Which might actually trip me up a little bit. I remember having some small issues with it. Not like bad issues, like problem issues, but just like I'm not good at puzzles. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!